All right, no, just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Fucking go. All right. All right. Okay. Hold on. All right.
Make your hair stand up with that fan. You're like Einstein, yeah. Yeah.
We went
Yeah.
to buy stock.
Yeah.
We want your money.
Show how it'll benefit the people.
Help us to help you.
Exactly,
No.
yeah.
Okay, wait. You're rolling, just keep rolling.
Yeah, we're going.
And Jeff records everything.
You guys do this, you know, funny we do get some
Oh,
money.
great.
Yeah.
That could be the money for the corporation. All right. Now I'm all flustered and red trying to do this thing here. All right. Hello, my name is Sam Azar. I'm the president of the Atomic Energy Corporation, a company that I started to investigate and build a prototype device to achieve nuclear fusion. What nuclear fusion is something that they have been working on for the past 50 years. And what it will do is to create an environment where so much energy will come out of that fusion reaction, which will then, in turn, drive steam generators, which will then give electricity to power our cities. So in essence, what we are trying to do is to create a nuclear fusion electrical power generation plant. And we have a very strong method of how to do that. And, you know, we would like to, what's the purpose of this? Just to introduce who I am and what we're trying to do?
Yeah, we're a company.
What the company's about? All right. All right. Like this or straight on like I was?
Yeah, be firm, yeah. You want to look straight in the camera. Be stern. Like it says, be positive,
All
Sam.
right, all right.
Show that, you know, the company is, you know, not made out of sand, you know, it's concrete.
Right. All right.
Be stern.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Azar. I'm the president of the Atomic Energy Corporation. It's a company that I formed in regards to building a company to generate electricity using nuclear fusion as the source of energy. For example, most electrical power plants, they might burn coal, some use natural gas, and some in the realm of nuclear energy, they use fission, atomic energy via fission. And it's actually a very efficient way of making electricity because you only use a small amount of a source, being uranium, and fission, and you can create a large amount of energy. Because between the two realms of atomic energy and chemical energy, the two are very different. Atomic energy, you could use 1 pound of uranium, and that's equivalent to 100,000 tons of coal. The two are very different. They're not, you can never compare the two and what goes on in the reactions. What we are doing is fusion. Fusion is not a dream, it's a reality. It's been actually been done for 50 years, but it has not been done efficiently at all. You know, they do that throughout the world with various design they call the tokamak. And this design, how noble it is, it has not worked, and there's really no sign of it really, you know, becoming efficient. What we have at the company is a good, strong idea that looks extremely promising, that can work. And it's important that you should understand that the novelty of such a thing to work. For it to work, fusion, and the method that we are proposing, where the fuel source itself is water, not just standard ordinary water, but an extremely pure form of water, because most water that you're used to has filled with all kinds of minerals and ions, and it's contaminated, and it lends itself to be a conductor. But pure water in itself is actually an insulator. It's almost comparable to that of rubber. So the point we're talking about is that our fuel source is water. And the energy that we need to excite that water, to energize it, to create it into a fusion source of energy, is lightning itself. It's the power equivalent of lightning. When you're out in a thunderstorm and lightning and you see those lightning bolts come down, that's several million volts, and that has the energy to come from the cloud to the ground. That's a large electrostatic potential. We can create that same sort of energy here, you know, with man-made devices. When you drive down the countryside and you see large high-voltage transformers, those are about 500,000 volts right there. And just like you can do with the standard battery in your remote control, you could put one on top of the other and you can double the voltage. You can do the same thing with these transformers. We are proposing an idea that's going to use the power almost equivalent to that of lightning. And that's going to be used in the fuel source of water. And water itself is hydrogen and oxygen, the two most combustible materials out there. But we're not going for the combustion, we're going for the fusion of the hydrogen atoms themselves. And with the power of lightning, we propose to fuse the hydrogen atoms themselves to create a fusion environment. And with that fusion environment, we will in return create so much heat, which will then drive steam turbine generators, which then create more electricity. So for example, if we put 1 megawatts of energy into this machine, we should yield greater than 100 to 1,000. Testing and prototyping the device will find its yield, of how efficient this can be. So that is what we're trying to do. What we're about to begin to start building a prototype device. We are looking for potential partners, who want to join in this endeavor in any shape and form, and knowledge and interest and stock ownership of the company to make this thing grow, because this is not a several-man team. This is a big project, big ideas, but dreams do come to reality. Action can come to reality. We just need to implement it, come together as a team, as a bigger team, and combine our forces and see if we can make this a reality. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation, and may someday we come together and work on this. Thank you.